Take just one guess who got first chair of the season this morning. Phil Lindemann with your news from Avalanche Physical Therapy on Krystal 93. When everything is upside down, some things never change.
20 plus years. Congrats, Nate Dogg.
That was from opening day at Keystone, where Nate Dogg and Trailer Tom celebrated 25 years on first chair. Audio courtesy of Chad Otterstrom. In the parking lot, Kelsey from Fort Collins was playing hooky from work.
We're just excited to be able to be outside and enjoy the mountain.
By 9:20, Dan from Denver had taken his first run of the season, a top-to-bottom rip down to River Run Village.
Usually they only run it down to Montezuma to start the season off, but all the way to the bottom today, and that second half was really excellent snow, really loose, and I was really laying into some turns.
Keystone's Lauren Roberson explains what is open this weekend.
The infamous School Marm will be open, and then you have the River Run Gondola, the Summit Express, and the Montezuma Express. So we got some choices.
Everyone on the slopes today was lucky enough to get a reservation. So, how did that thing go? Dan explains his good luck.
I called my buddy and said I got my tickets. He was like, oh, you know, he'd been on for 10 minutes and was still number 4,000 for some reason. So it was, I guess, a little bit wonky how it worked, but I think everyone that wanted to be here today is here.
Matthew, also from Denver, says the whole thing felt haphazard.
It was a bit of a pain, a lot of waiting, not too much notification, as in none.
His suggested improvements start with technology.
Let's make the apps run faster, let's make the phone banks run better, and hats off to the folks who are taking the calls back at HQ for Vail. I appreciate what they're doing in a tough time.
Reservations are required at all Vail Resorts properties this season and limited to Epic Pass holders only, now until December 8th. Keystone is booked solid through the weekend. Loveland and Arapahoe Basin will not open over the weekend due to warm days and poor snowmaking conditions, but there's a good chance both will open by next week. Breckenridge opens next Friday, November 13th. Starting today, Summit County is under level orange restrictions for the next 2 weeks. Restaurants, retail, and services like salons are limited to 25% capacity, and there is a 10 p.m. countywide curfew. Summit Sheriff Jamie Fitzsimons.
There's people that are adamantly against this curfew, this 10 o'clock shutdown. And then there's those people that are like, why don't we just shut down completely for 2 weeks and save the winter?
These limits are imposed by the state, enforced by a new public health order and fines. 10 Mile Music Hall in Frisco has been empty for weeks, and co-owner Todd Altschuler warns it will stay that way for months.
Live band touring might come back around December of next year. It will not happen before that.
That venue fits more than 550 people, but public health orders limit capacity to 15, and that is not sustainable.
We're in a partnership and built a very expensive building, and it was open for 15 months. Now, most businesses don't even start turning a profit after 15 months.
When 10 Mile shut down in March, local music lover Alyssa Block was gutted.
It was really heartbreaking when it all happened, and it all hit us really fast.
Block owns the Grays and Tories food cart, found now at Broken Compass in Breckenridge, and she's getting creative for fundraising.
We're going to work with our POS system and try to get a button to have people round up to go to this relief fund. We're just kind of figuring out the logistics of that right now.
For now, the venue is taking donations through GoFundMe. Show your support by searching 10 Mile Music Hall Relief Fund on GoFundMe.com. Every weekend this November, Krystal 93's Music at the Summit is bringing you one-on-one interviews with the local musicians you love. This weekend, Krystal 93 reporter Tana Lockhart talks with members of Paso Lasso about the hard turn they had to take when COVID hit.
We instantly probably lost like $4,000, instantly in one day, when everything shut down. So we were kind of we didn't know what was happening. And then this thing called Social Distance Festival that was on Facebook kind of gave us the idea, we should stream.
Hear more from El Paso Lasso this weekend, 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. In local sports, brought to you by American Family Insurance, the Weiss Agency, the Summit High rivalry football game with Battle Mountain today is canceled, and head coach James Wagner is trying to find the silver lining.
Not being able to do that this year, it stinks, but when you look at it in hindsight, it makes you value those things so much more when they come back around.
That was Coach on the Krystal 93 Morning Show today, explaining a recent 2-week quarantine.
We followed protocols, and, we were in a quarantine state, and, which I don't wish upon anybody.
The boys are back at practice next Monday for a game with Fort Morgan away on Friday.
They're a good team. They're a good team, and I love playing against good teams. I just do. It's just fun to be in a competitive game.
The Tigers might get 2 more games, one confirmed in Grand Junction November 20th, another possible over Thanksgiving weekend. The annual Turkey Day 5K in Frisco is canceled due to COVID. The event takes runners on a neighborhood course through Frisco the morning of Thanksgiving Day, known for costumes, family, and at least one live turkey. And there is no way all that can be socially distant and safe. Phil Lindemann with your news from Avalanche Physical Therapy on Krystal 93.